Hello and welcome to this plugin conflict test tutorial, brought to you by WPWalkthrough.com. In this video, we'll take a quick look at how to troubleshoot errors in WordPress by performing a plugin and theme conflict test. So here we are on our WordPress site, and something is broken. If we scroll down, we can see that our Yoast SEO meta box is displaying incorrectly. We'll assume in this scenario that the meta box was working fine before, but over some unknown period of time, something happened and now it's broken. So the first step is to troubleshoot this with a plugin and theme conflict test. Let's jump over to plugins. And now we need to deactivate every plugin that isn't required in order to see the area where the error occurs. In this case, we're using Yoast, and the error occurs in the Yoast meta box, so we must leave that active. The same principle applies to things like page builders. If the error occurs in the builder, you must keep the builder plugin active. But in our scenario, we can deactivate everything except for Yoast. So let's check the box next to each plugin, go up to Bulk Actions, and click Deactivate, and then click Apply. Now the next step is to switch to a default, non-modified theme. So go to Appearance, Themes, and we'll switch back to 2019. Now we can check for the error and see if it still occurs. Let's go to Posts, Hello World, and we'll check our Yoast meta box. As you can see, it's now working fine. So at this point, if the error no longer occurs, you've confirmed that the error was caused by another plugin or theme. On the other hand, if the error still occurred at this point with no other plugins or non-default themes active, you can feel confident in saying that the problem lies with the plugin itself. In this case, it would be Yoast. But no matter what the plugin is, if you find that deactivating the non-default theme and all extra plugins does not fix the problem, leave your site in that state and then contact the plugin vendor support for help. But in this case, we now know that the error was caused by a plugin or theme conflict. So now we need to identify which plugin or theme was responsible for the problem. So let's go back to the WordPress dashboard, and let's start by reactivating our theme. We'll go to Appearance, Themes, and then we'll reactivate the theme we had active while the error was occurring. Now let's go back to Posts, Hello World, and we can see here that the meta box still looks fine. So now we know the theme isn't responsible for the error. Let's go back to the WordPress dashboard, go to Plugins, and now we can reactivate the plugins one by one to identify which one's responsible for the problem. Note that if you have a large number of plugins that you need to work through, you can activate them in batches. Once you identify a batch where the error occurs once that batch is active, then you work through that batch one by one to identify the specific plugin that's responsible. But in our case, we only have 3 plugins to worry about, so we're going to activate each one and then go check for the error. And we can see immediately it looks fine. Back to plugins. We'll activate Contact Form 7, check for the error, and the meta box is still fine. Back to plugins, and now we'll activate Completely Innocent Plugin, which surely cannot cause any problems. And let's go check for the error. And just like that, we found out that a plugin called Completely Innocent Plugin is completely breaking the Yoast meta box. And that's how easy it is to perform a plugin conflict test to identify whether a WordPress plugin or theme is causing an error you're experiencing. Thank you very much for watching.